This week we're in Central Florida at our parents' house, where we built our very own skate park in their backyard. And we've literally skated every inch of this property. And this is the story of how it all went down. How we won $10,000, how we met Bam Margera and got invited to his house.
I was like, who in the f are the Derns? They do not stop.
And how we had the world's greatest skateboarding quarantine.
I put up the zip line.
I took my shoes and I screwed them into the board, and I thought I was just doing it for a joke.
And then a zip line over at the chimney, gluing a skateboard to the grip tape so you can do nose blunts on the way down.
We set up this crazy course. He hit the kicker to the kinked barricade, and then front crook, the long flat bar. And then you front board the kink rail too or something?
No, I had like board slid and went to fakie on that red kink rail, yeah. Then I switched 180'd up kind of, and then front boarded the rail.
Yeah.
And that all just like happened. I think that was like a first try line.
Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah!
And they ended up using that as the ender for the video. I thought that was crazy.
Yeah, we got the wacky waveable inflatable arm flailing tube in for that one as well.
Once you put those things on here, you're on this slanted bank, and I'd have to kind of be like this. Oh, I'd have to get on that ledge too. So someone would have to give it to me.
Hold it right there, and then like make sure he doesn't fall. I'm like, all right, hold it, and I had to go down there to film it.
We took the zip line down because it was like doing some wear and tear on the chimney.
The chimney was starting to lean a little bit after we had some heavier set BMXers over, and we were like, all right, we should probably take this thing down. Also, another thing is like the weather can be crazy in Florida, and our dad was always worried about a tree falling and just pulling the entire chimney down. So now when we set it up, we only leave it up for a couple days and then take it down.
You can see the wires cut into the sides of it too.
We had Chris Cole do the zip line once too, right?
Yeah, Chris Cole did the zip line.
Skater of the year on the zip line.
Yeah. The zip line is dangerous for sure. Even our dad like never liked it because, you know, we'd have friends over all the time that would want to do it.
There's a few people that fell, but they were all right.
I remember at a party, this one girl tried it and just like couldn't hold her grip and immediately just face planted into the ground.
Oh my gosh, from up here.
Yeah, thankfully she was okay.
We grew up doing this. I think this helped us prepare to jump off stuff and skating.
Yeah, before we even skated, we would just jump off the roof right here all the time. I don't know why we used to do this for fun. This does not look fun right now.
Ah! You gotta roll.
We set a kicker ramp up right here to skate this electrical box, and the block that I had the ramp on is still here.
Oh, wow.
4 years later.
Yeah, look, you can see where we skated.
This was a lot of fun though. The ramp popped you up perfectly, and even though this is short, it felt like you grinded it pretty good. I'm stoked. I got the most tweaked back over crook of my life on this.
Yeah, in the footage, it looks like Dalton back nose blunted it, but he actually back over crooked it.
I also got a back tail on this, and that was a lot harder than the back over crook. Just getting up onto this little thing and then coming out trying to land on that skate light was really hectic.
The sketchiest part was this pole right here. I always felt like I was gonna slap my hand on it, which I did a couple of times. I was originally trying to kickflip 5-0 it, but I couldn't get it, so this was actually the very last clip we filmed for this video before we went to Bam's house. I just wanted to get something on the box, so I ended up nose blunting it. And then that day we got in the car and left.
And drove all the way up to Pennsylvania.
So when Lonnie and Novak came to our house, they were mentioning that we should come to Bam's house. And we were like, oh yeah, sure, like we figured they were just saying it. But sure enough, like a week later, we got the green light.
We got the word to go and we were like, let's go.
Yeah, we weren't gonna pass up that opportunity to go skate Bam's house. So yeah, Chase was like, we need to wrap this video up because they were getting eager to finish it because we had already sent them so much footage. And then I sent them this and like let them know like, hey, this is the last clip I have for you. We're leaving on a trip today. And I don't think they were expecting us to send that much footage because originally he was just gonna make like a small video and he said he wasn't gonna use a song. But they ended up making a really rad edit out of it at the end.
I don't think they were prepared for any of the stuff we sent. They probably just thought that we were gonna do a couple tricks on the ramp. They didn't know we were gonna take over the whole house.
Yeah. And we just like kept having more and more ideas. We didn't even get to all the ideas. We had so many, but we definitely, I think we did the most important ones to me that I wanted to do, like put a rail on the roof. Like that was probably my favorite thing we did.
What's up? We're off to Greensboro, North Carolina. Then we're going to Westchester, Pennsylvania. Let's go.
We went in Destin's car. I don't even know how long of a drive that was out there. Was it like 15 hours or something? It was fun. I remember just being like, ready, just like so hyped.
Mr. Dern and I were just jumping for joy that we could have the house quiet again. And after they left, I was in the Coca-Cola room and I said, Jeff, listen. He goes, what? I said, it's quiet.
So on the way up to Pennsylvania, we made the best out of the trip. We stopped in Washington, D.C. Then we stopped over in Baltimore. Then we finally made it to Westchester.
For sure, starting to feel the magic. You know, we drive to like the middle of nowhere, and then we pull up to just a big gate, and the security's gnarly looking, like, you know, the cameras and the intercom and everything. I think we talked to April to get in, did the little passcode and everything, and then once it opened up, it was like we were going into an amusement park for adults. I started seeing all these sculptures of like the dinosaur. Then over here to the right, you start to see the castle, and then the driveway with the quarter pipes going down, and then just everything, and it's just like, whoa, we're here. And then it was just like, I don't even know what we did first. Like,
once we got to Bam's house, it was like walking into Willy Wonka's chocolate factory.
I don't know, I think we went straight to the bowl, and that was insane. Just going up the stairs into the barn, opening that door, and then just seeing that dreamland.
We got to Bam's house and we didn't even see him until the next night, which was cool because, you know, we got to practice before Bam showed up. Of course, we wanted to make a good impression.
I think we skated for hours too. Like, we stayed up for like all night skating that night, and then just going in the castle and being able to just, you know, play around and stuff. It was really cool.
I remember Jeff hit the pool cue and it went down the stairs and hit the dude in the nuts. We were doing all kinds of fun stuff there.
Yeah!
Bam's house is crazy in itself, like just getting to explore it. There's like trap doors everywhere to get to other rooms.
All right, good night.
Good night, Hey, good morning.
Someone mentioned there was a shopping cart on property. Of course there is at Bam's house. Kanaan and I did a doubles clip with the shopping cart. The driveway skating was sick.
And then I got to skate over Don Vito's car.
Vito, take a look at your car. Where? Look down and don't look. It wasn't me.
It was cool, got to get a 360 over that thing.
Yeah, everyone at the castle was so cool, like Jeff and Caroline. And then the homie Joe.
Let's get it!
Yeah, by like the second day, Bam showed up.
I immediately went over, introduced myself, thanked them like so much for having us here, let them know like how much fun we were having.
Lonnie's like, yo, rib for him. Get it, you know, like, it's go time, let's get stoked. There was a few tricks that I wanted to do from the previous day I was eyeing out, so I was like, all right, let's try them now. I think I like got this nose press. I got a 540. And then he ended up filming the 540 and posting that on his Instagram. My Instagram was blowing up for like 24 hours. I was freaking stoked.
And we were exploring the area too. Bam took us street skating.
Yeah, he showed us around like all his local street spots. We went to that square along outrail.
Oh, that's in Wilmington, Delaware. Yeah, the DuPont. Arto's sorry. He was filming the sorry video for Flip, and he wanted me to have a guest trick in it, and I knew that I had to get gnarly for the Flip video. That thing took me, I'm not kidding, 3 hours of just and then finally I stuck one. I was so stoked because I was like on the brink of giving up for the last hour. I'm just like, one more try, fuck. All right, one more and that's it. I swear to God this time. All right, one more try. All right, I'm gonna snap my board if I go back again. And then sure enough, All right, I'm not setting my board. I'm going back for one more time.
He filmed me board slide 270, shoved it.
Dude, fucking perfect.
Thank you.
At one point, we set up a big slip and slide.
Water slide?
Yeah.
Got antiqued. Yeah!
We took a trip over to Charm City Skate Park, which was an amazing skate park.
I always wanted to skate at F.D.R. my whole life, so we got to go over there with Bam and Lonnie.
The loop thing that Dalton and Jeff got. Caroline tried it and took a pretty crazy slam as well.
And we ended up lighting up the park, which I guess they never really do. And I always looked at the tongue thing, toenail, whatever you want to call it, in the middle. Bam and all the locals and everything, they were getting me super fired up. I think I 540'd this other wall first. And then I did some other tricks too, just getting warmed up, getting stoked. We set up a firework thing. And I got a backside air. I got a kickflip melon over it. And then I was like, all right, it's time. Like, I'm gonna fling this thing. And I just committed to it. Bam ended up filming it on his phone.
So we're at F.D.R. and Dalton Dern just put the hammer down.
And he's just like, hey, you care if I post this? And I was like, oh, hell yeah. Sure, it'll do a lot more if you post it, than if I post it. I'll do it too in the game just to demonstrate for you guys.
I dropped in on the Hobbit hole. He hyped me up for that.
I was like, who in the fuck are the Derns? They do not stop. You guys woke up at like 9 in the morning. The first thing Kanaan does is he looks at the Hobbit hole roof and he's like, I'm gonna drop in off that thing. I'm like, when? He's like, I don't know, now. I'm like, now, it's 9 a.m. Then he fucking gets all these 2x4, no, a piece of plywood. He was eating shit, but then he landed it.
So sick.
Shit's gnarly. That's fucking gnarly. Then you session the indoor park all day. Then the driveway all day. And then as soon as it was midnight, I'm like, all right, They're cracking open some beers. It's the end of the night for sure. Nope, not sure. Sure enough, 3 in the morning, the lights go on, fucking halogen lights everywhere, pivot to fakie grinds on the driveway. Your shit was gnarly. I was like, holy shit, fucking energy ball. Would you eat a PB Max power bar?
We're just skating the bowl one night. My phone, I think it just says the barracks.
Dalton comes up to Kanaan and I and is like, I keep getting a call. And the caller ID says like Steve Barra. And I'm like, what? Me and Kanaan looked at each other and we're like, there's no way. We had the thought in our mind, like, are we about to win this contest? I'm not gonna think that we won until we actually know for sure. And I'm like, dude, I think we might have won.
So I answer and he's like, hey, what up? Dalton to Steve Barra, and I was like, oh, whoa, what the hell, what's going on? And I was like, oh, I'm at Bam's house. He's like, oh, you're at Bam's house? Oh, crazy. He's like, there's stuff to skate over there? And I was like, yeah, they got the bowl and all the driveway and all that stuff or whatever. He's like, all right, cool. Like, he's like, you around your friends right now? And I'm like, yeah, we got a bunch of people over here, brothers and everything. And then eventually he's just like, all right, well, I want to tell you, he's like, you guys won the quarantine. And I was like, what? Are you serious? And he's like, yeah, man. And I was like, no, you mean for real? Like, I didn't even believe it. I was like, this is really you? Like, and then I was like, he's like, yeah. He's like, you did it. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, oh, Steve, man. Like, I was so hyped, man. I was, dude, I've always been so hyped on you since the birdhouse, the end, and like all this stuff. I got super stoked.
We just worked so hard to make the craziest quarantine edit. We're chilling at Bam Margera's house, becoming friends with him. And then we find out that we won the grand prize to a contest that skaters from all over the world entered. I don't think I could describe the feelings that we were feeling at that time. We just freaked out. We were screaming. And there was like 20 or 30 people hanging out at Bam's house that night. And everyone's looking over like, did someone just land a gnarly trick? Like, what's going on? And we're like, we won. And we showed everyone, and everyone's freaking out.
We just started celebrating after that. Like, we were really going. And then my Instagram just started going even crazier.
We went as hard as we possibly could. But, I've entered so many contests and, like, never, like, won like that before. So it was really cool. And the fact that me and my brothers did it as like team effort, we all pulled together and made something really cool, and I'll never forget it.
When they told me about the contest, at first I'm like, they ain't gonna win the contest, but that's okay. They're gonna have fun. This is what they want to do. I'm not gonna deny them, but you know how these contests go.
Dalton called and let us know that Steve Barra had called them up there while they were at Bam's castle to let them know that they won the $10,000 for the Murder Your House from Liquid Death. We were truly happy that all this skating paid off.
Winning it, I was stoked. That's 10 grand. They definitely, all three needed it, so it helped, and it's one of their things they can always look back on, as something that they, accomplished.
We ended up staying like 10 days total. It was so hard to leave because it's just so much fun there.
All right, later. I love this place.
This place loves you!
After we left Bam's house, we headed down to North Carolina. Dalton and I stuck around a couple days while we skated. But Kanaan stayed there even longer.
So I ended up going to North Carolina for a month after to film a majority of my painkiller part. And like that was even just to top it off, to make it even more productive the entire trip. And I was so on point skating at that time just because I was skating so much every single day. Yeah, we get asked if we're ever gonna like make another video like that, and maybe we will one day. That was like one of the greatest times ever, so I'd be down to do a second one because we still had so many ideas we haven't got to.
We're not short on ideas. We definitely have more that we had planned out. So, you know, it's not out of the realm of possibilities that it could happen again, but maybe the YouTube will have to do a little better because we might have to buy our dad another new roof if we decide to do a sequel.
Yeah, maybe we could do a whole murder your house at Bam's house. That'd be sick.
I still wish they wouldn't do it, but I'm glad they did it. And there's talk of possibly something else going down here, down the road, and I just think I'll go away for a month.
So as I always said, as the 3 Dern brothers were growing up, when they left the house to go skate, skate smart so you can skate forever, land it, or don't come home. Right, Alaska?